Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
There's an individual that wrote up a list of all the things that he thinks Ripple is doing wrong in suppressing the price of XRP and decreasing the odds of long-term viability. But to me personally, it just looked like a Festivus list. Like it was written for an airing of grievances. Seinfeld, everybody, Seinfeld reference. It's not good. Now, I covered part of this list in a video that I published about a week ago. And I thought I think it's 4 pages long, and I knew I couldn't get through the whole 4 pages, but I thought I was overly optimistic. I thought, well, I could probably get through 2 pages in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, so that's what I said at the start of the video. But then to break everything down once I got into it and to discuss all the angles and critically think through everything, I got through like 3 of the bullet points. Here's the document right here. So some of you, I'm sure, saw that video. I made it right here where I'm circling down to number 3. And then I can't remember if the video went over 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It was long, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to make it through even the first page. So I was like, I'm going to have to come back to this. So here we are a week later. I promised I would. Here we are, and it's going to be a good one because the next bullet point up, this individual who goes by the name Equilibrium, here is his Twitter page. He says that there's too much XRP and that Ripple has too much XRP because you know what? There's 100 quadrillion XRP drops in existence, at least from inception. You know that there's a slow burn rate, so it's technically a little bit less than that today. Not much, but a little bit less. So deflation is actually programmed into the code of XRP and the XRP ledger, which is really a good thing. I mean, in terms of supply and demand, yeah, it's not a huge difference. Not much gets burnt with every transaction, but hey, it's something. It was really more so just to prevent DDoS attacks, denial of service attacks. That was the real purpose for all of this. So anyway, I'm going to rip to shreds the rest of this. I mean, we'll see how far I go. I might just make it through a few more points and make it a shorter video. We'll see how much I feel like getting through here. But even if I don't make it through the whole thing, I'll come back at it again because I am really itching to get through this whole thing so that I can finally place this document into the Moon Lambo woodchip. And so look, I do think that the arguments he makes are not good, but I'm challenging his ideas, not the author as a person. He may be a perfectly good person, but this is some stuff. You're going to come, I'll tell you what, you're coming out against XRP making these claims that I know to not be true. You better expect I'm going to challenge him. So time to break all this down. But I do want to be clear at the outset. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And I'd like to say this, too, before I even get into the first point that I'm going to cover in this video. I want to note this because, again, he's claiming that Ripple's causing detrimental harm to the price action of XRP and adoption. Now, think about this. Consider this is a real fact. There are over 18,000 cryptocurrencies in existence. There are only 3 cryptocurrencies in existence that have been in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap for their entire lives, their entire existence. You know what those coins are? It's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. That's it, out of over 18,000 coins. Well, I'll tell you what, if Ripple's screwing everything up for XRP holders, they're doing a pretty crappy job, don't you think? They can't even knock XRP out of the top 10 with all these terrible things that Ripple's doing, right? It's completely absurd. All the other spots in the top 10, it's just been a revolving door for over a decade. And you can go back and look at historical snapshots, which is offered, by the way, at coinmarketcap.com. I have live CoinWatch pulled up here. I typically prefer the site, but if you want the historical snapshots, take a look. You can pull it up. It's all sorts of coins you've never heard of. Yet Ripple's causing irreparable harm, huh? Well, in we go. And you can see at the top he wrote the following. We've been XRP holders since 2018. We've supported Ripple and patiently waited for a long time. But now it's time to analyze why the price is not going up and what Ripple is building. In short, what Ripple is doing doesn't benefit the price of XRP and retailers at all. In a way, he's right. Only in that. Provably, XRP has just been moving with the rest of the market. Bitcoin leads the market, and altcoins follow. XRP's an altcoin. There you go. This is provably true by the case. So technically, he's right. But what he's saying is, he seems to be of the mindset that every coin today, it's being judged based on its actual merit and utility, usage, adoption. No. That's not true, though. That's the problem. Now, one day in a mature market, yeah, but we're not there yet. So look at what this guy wrote. We're at point number 4, so picking up where we left off about a week ago. He wrote the following. I'm going to use round numbers here, but you can see the real numbers, the full number on your screen. There are 48 billion XRP in circulation. One XRP is represented as 1 million drops. Total counting drops is 47 quadrillion. There will be an additional 53 billion XRP added to the circulation supply. He means circulating supply, but wrote circulation supply. Should have checked the work. Anyway, and he says, thus, counting drops, 53 quadrillion, total will be 100 quadrillion. It doesn't positively affect XRP price. So there we go. The stupid argument. I've torn this one down before. It's been a long time since I've talked about this, so you're going to find this interesting, especially if you're newer to the XRP community, haven't even heard this before, but there's not that much XRP. One quick interesting fact, if you evenly distributed XRP to every human on the planet, each human on the planet would only get something like 12 or 13 XRP. That's it. Now, the argument that a lot of Bitcoin maxis like to make is that there's so much more XRP than Bitcoin, it doesn't even make sense, which is absurd, because the higher the supply, the lower each individual unit would be valued, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't impact the amount of money that would flow in. Whereas if you have a lower cap, like say there was a coin that had a substantially lower quantity than Bitcoin even, well, it just means if it's a blockchain, a cryptocurrency that's in demand, well, more money, even if the same amount of money flows in, each individual unit would just be worth that much more because there's fewer of them. Like, this is very easy to understand. It doesn't matter. But still, let's break this down because this is going to be fun. Check this out. So consider this. There's 48 billion XRP in circulating supply right now. There's 19 million, with an M, Bitcoin in circulating supply right now. So how much more XRP is there than Bitcoin? Well, that's easy to figure out. You just take 48 billion, which is the amount of XRP circulating, divide that by the quantity of Bitcoin circulating, which again is 19 million, and that number comes out to 2,526. So that means that there's 2,526 times more XRP than Bitcoin. Whoa, oh my god, how's it ever going to be worth anything? Well, I already described why that's a bad argument, but still, just hang with me through this. But it's worse than that, according to Equilibrium, who wrote this thing up, because there's actually a bunch of XRP held by Ripple, so the total supply, 100 billion, that'd be the fully diluted supply, 100 billion XRP, and again, I already cited that, yes, some gets burned, but let's just use round numbers here, 100 billion XRP, total supply of Bitcoin when it's fully diluted, when it's fully out there, that's 21 million, so you take 100 billion, divide it by 21 million Bitcoin, and you get 4,761. Whoa, oh my god, how's XRP ever gonna make it? There's 4,700 times as much XRP as Bitcoin. My gosh, what a bunch of idiots that made XRP. First of all, I already explained why that's stupid and it doesn't make sense, but there's actually not nearly that much more XRP compared to Bitcoin as you would think based on those numbers. Why? Well, the answer is that each XRP is divisible by 1 million. Each Bitcoin is divisible by 100 million. So think about that. That means for inside of every single XRP, there's 1 million little pieces. Each one of those little pieces is called a drop. It's the smallest unit inside of one XRP. So again, 1 million pieces inside of one XRP. Inside of each Bitcoin, there's not 1 million little pieces, there's 100 million little pieces. There's way more little pieces inside of each individual Bitcoin. Way, way, way more. So there's tons more. So consider this. There are currently about 1.9 quadrillion Satoshis. That's the smallest unit of a Bitcoin. Each one of those 100 million pieces that makes up one Bitcoin, each one of those tiny pieces is called a Satoshi. There's 1.9 quadrillion Satoshis in circulation. Quadrillion is the one that comes after trillion. It goes 100,000, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. So we're talking about 1.9 quadrillion Satoshis in circulation today. So that means the circulating supply of XRP drops, which is the smallest unit of one XRP. The circulating supply of XRP drops versus Bitcoin Satoshis is only 24 times greater. Well, how about that? All these Bitcoin maxis, there's thousands times as much the XRP is compared to Bitcoin, which again I'd argue still doesn't matter, but if you're going to say that it does, let's note that on a per unit basis, which is what actually matters, because that's what the market is actually pricing out, there's only 24 times as much circulating today. And even if you're talking about fully diluted, it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of 47 to 48 times as much many XRP drops as opposed to Bitcoin Satoshis. What the hell does it matter? And so as if that's bad? And mind you, Ripple's doling this stuff out pretty damn slowly here, you know? And so think about this, you know, when Bitcoin hit its all-time high near $70,000, it had a market cap of $1.3 billion. And if XRP matches that market cap, each XRP will be worth about $28. And that's a roughly 35-fold increase from the price today. And it doesn't matter if there are 47 quadrillion drops in circulation today. We're talking about, is it possible for humans to decide that the tiniest unit of a cryptocurrency, in this case we're talking about Bitcoin, a Satoshi, is it possible for that to be valued in such a way that X amount of money has flowed in, resulting in a market cap worth $1.3 trillion? If I said billion earlier, then I made a mistake. Bitcoin hit, I think I did. But Bitcoin hit a market cap of roughly 1.3 trillion. So if it is the case, and it is, that humans can value each individual little Satoshi at such a rate where enough money flowed in that the market cap is $1.3 trillion, then that can happen to XRP too if it's valuable enough and people, well, that would result in more demand, right? As crypto continues to be adopted, money flows in. And if XRP just matched that, you're looking at $28 XRP. It's the same market cap. We're just talking about where the decimal place is in these numbers. It doesn't freaking matter. The idiots that think that there's too much XRP and that Ripple has too much, they don't know what they're talking about. They really don't. It really grinds my gears. So anyway, that was point number one. You can see why these videos, but I'm really going to tear this down and give you all the details that are worth considering. Time passes, right? It takes a while to get through this. I might be able to get through the next point a little bit quicker here, though. So number 5 reads as follows. XRP Ledger releases 1 billion XRP monthly. Ripple sells approximately 200,000 XRP. They would sell the whole billion, they just don't have enough buyers. Exchanges slash entities buy directly from Ripple. It doesn't positively affect XRP price. Oh, is that right? Well, thank you for enlightening me. Well, Ripple's sales of XRP in Q4 of 2021 was 0.43%. Here, I'll show you. Here's the Q4 markets report. And it's the same about every quarter. You can see Q3 in 2021, it was only 0.26%, right? So that's not nearly enough to move the price of XRP. And also don't forget, the price of XRP ran to almost $4 in early 2018 while Ripple was still selling XRP. It didn't matter. If there's demand, there's demand. It really does simply come down to supply and demand. That's it. But if Ripple sold 0 XRP this quarter, it wouldn't change the global price of XRP. So whether they sell more, they're 200 million, or they sell nothing, it doesn't matter. It's, you know, when they've sold these amounts, it's never been measurable. If you look at when these transactions happen, and you can see it on the public XRP ledger, it's a public blockchain. Look at it. Have you ever done this? I've highlighted this before. The global price of XRP doesn't budge because it's a tiny percentage of overall volume. The market doesn't even notice those transactions. It really doesn't, and this is provably true. So this guy ain't making no damn sense up in this bitch. That's what I'm saying here. And then they say they'd sell the whole billion, but there aren't enough buyers. No. There's definitely enough buyers. Does he not know how markets work? I'm thinking not. So the way it works is, it's not that there aren't enough buyers, it's that, like, let's say that his theory is right and it would suppress price, because that's what he must think, right? Well, all it would do, so the price would go down as they sell more, so they'd be able to sell it all. It would just, in his mind, move it down to a lower price. So if they sold the whole billion, would it? I don't know. Even if it did, would the market bounce back? Would it just be localized? I mean, arbitrage is a thing, obviously. So I don't know. Even if they did, if it was catastrophic, then I don't think it would be necessarily. But even if it were, you know, validators, there's some things that they can do about that. I've talked about that in previous videos too. They could just vote to literally burn all the XRP. That's how it works in decentralized systems, my friends. So I don't think they'd get away with that. If they were actually endlessly dumping on the market, Ripple would not get away with it. It also wouldn't be in their interest, so that's stupid to even consider anyway. Well, this is not how life works. This simply is not how life works. This is so stupid. It's fun to think through though. I like being tested, because this is the type of stuff that I was thinking about especially when I jumped into the XRP community. I was like, well, if I'm going to put money in this, I want to make sure it makes sense. So I was throwing every horrendous, catastrophic scenario at the idea of XRP and what Ripple was doing with it and other developers. Every bad scenario I could think of. And I was like, well, there's never any guarantee anything, but there's no idea right now where it makes like the thought process and the business implementation of XRP, including it being positioned as a bridge currency. There's nothing here now that makes me think that this isn't viable. There's nothing there, and I was throwing every disaster scenario at it I could, because if it didn't make any damn sense, I didn't want to put my money in something that didn't make any damn sense. So I was thinking very critically, especially in those early months. I was really digging. I was spending hours per day. I was just engrossed by it. It was just so interesting to me. And then I came to the conclusion, wow, this really does make sense, which doesn't mean that something couldn't come out of left field and burn this all to hell. It doesn't mean something horrific couldn't happen. I just don't think it's probable. I recognize there's risk. I'm not pretending there's no risk. I just don't think it's probable that something like that's going to happen. And then, I can do one more. I think I can keep this one super short, and then I'm going to have to wrap this up, because otherwise, this is what it takes to tear down these really bad ideas. So again, nothing against the individual, but these are bad ideas. I don't care who says them. These are not good ideas. Point number 6, he writes the following. How Ripple generates money. Soon IPO, initial public offering. Ripple's products, RippleNet, RippleX, on-demand liquidity, liquidity hub, line of credit, private ledger, central bank digital currency, etc. Also selling XRP from escrow, and from their hands, it generates millions, potentially billions of dollars annually. It doesn't positively affect the XRP price. Retailers are out of the game. Oh, really? Am I out of the game right now, so I can't go buy or sell XRP today? Is that the case? I mean, that's what the SEC wants. But setting that aside, can I not buy or sell XRP? No, I can. So we're all here. We're in the game. There's millions and millions and millions of people in the game, if you want to call it a game. And all the things that you cited there, those are not all moneymakers. Like RippleX, that's a development arm of Ripple. They give money away. What the hell are you talking about? And then you talk about the private ledger? Like, what? Like, what are you talking? How is that suppressing the price of XRP? If anything, all that's doing, even if Ripple makes money from that, it's not in selling. It has nothing to do with selling XRP. There's a template that Ripple made that they can provide, and maybe they might even do it free of charge. I don't know if maybe there's a model where they charge a central bank, but it's for central banks, so they can use a template which is based on the XRP ledger. It's separate though. It's like these things that you're listing as suppressing the price of XRP, you don't even understand what these products are. This is completely ridiculous. And it's illogical to think that getting XRP out to the public in larger quantities is bad. In particular, since Ripple's sales of XRP, they're provably not harming the global price of XRP. It's completely absurd, really grinds my gears.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.